Hello, my name is Diane Stothard, and this is Good News on Tap for Palm Sunday. This year on Palm Sunday, we read the Passion of Jesus from the Gospel of Luke. Luke's version of this story is different from John's version, which we will read on Good Friday. If you have never done it, I would encourage you to spend some time this week comparing these two stories to see what Luke and John are trying to teach us about Jesus in their accounts of his passion. There are many elements of Luke's story that are unique to Luke. For example, only in Luke's gospel does Jesus have a conversation with the two criminals who are crucified with him. And only in Luke's gospel does Jesus say from the cross, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." But also in Luke's gospel is this unique exchange between Simon Peter and Jesus. Jesus says, "Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has demanded to sift all of you like wheat, but I have prayed that your own faith may not fail. And once you have turned back, you must strengthen your brothers." I think this exchange between Jesus and Peter is very important to us as we are finishing Lent and entering Holy Week. Jesus knows Peter is going to deny him and run away during his passion. Jesus understands this about Peter. But at the same time, Jesus is charging Peter with three things. First, do not lose faith. Second, do not wallow in your guilt and your shame over what you've done. And third, once you have turned back, you must strengthen your brothers. In other words, Jesus is charging Peter with leading the church from his weakness. It is only through accepting his weakness that Peter will be able to empathize with other Christians who will, at one time or another, stumble on their walk with the Lord. And that's where this passion narrative speaks to us in a really concrete way as we end Lent and enter Holy Week. Maybe our Lent was not as effective as we had hoped. Maybe relationships that we wanted to heal actually ended up getting worse. Maybe habits we wanted to change have become more ingrained. Jesus understands this about us. But Jesus also charges us with the same three things that he charged Peter. First, do not lose faith. Second, do not wallow in your guilt and shame. And third, let your suffering soften your heart so that you too can be compassionate and empathize with the faults and failings of others, as Jesus showed compassion to Peter and empathized with his weakness. And that's Good News on Tap for Palm Sunday.